Welcome to Enigma Chronicles. Imagine flying over a barren desert in southern Peru and seeing the ground below covered in gigantic drawings, spiders, hummingbirds, monkeys, and strange geometric patterns etched into the earth. These are the Nazca Lines, one of history's most captivating mysteries, and today we're exploring what we know about them in 2026. Created between 500 BCE and 500 CE, these massive geoglyphs stretch across more than 450 square kilometres. The Nazca people made them by a deceptively simple method. They removed the dark, reddish-brown surface pebbles to expose the lighter-coloured soil underneath. Thanks to the incredibly dry, stable climate of the region, these lines have survived for over 2,000 years. But the real question is, why were they made? The sheer scale of these figures is astounding. The largest ones, like the famous hummingbird, can be up to 370 meters long. What's even more mind-boggling is that these intricate designs are only fully visible from the air. This fact, discovered when commercial flights began flying over the area in the 1920s and 30s, has fueled endless speculation ever since. How could an ancient civilization design and execute artworks that they themselves could never see in their entirety from the ground? One of the earliest and most popular theories is that the Nazca Lines form a gigantic astronomical calendar. Proponents of this idea suggest that many of the long, straight lines are aligned with solstices, equinoxes, and the risings and settings of important stars or constellations. Some studies have found correlations, showing that certain lines do point to significant solar and lunar events. This could mean the Nazca people used the desert floor as a massive observatory to track time and seasons, which would have been crucial for agriculture. But the astronomical theory doesn't explain the animal figures. So, another compelling idea is that the lines were ceremonial pathways. Imagine religious processions, with entire communities walking along these sacred paths in rituals meant to connect with their gods. Perhaps the animal figures represented different deities or spirits. This theory frames the Nazca Plateau not as a calendar, but as a vast, open-air temple where important community events took place. A third major theory ties the lines to something absolutely vital in a desert: water. In one of the driest places on Earth, water would have been a constant concern. Some researchers believe the lines and figures were part of elaborate water-related rituals, perhaps prayers or offerings to gods to ensure a steady supply. This idea has gained a lot of traction, especially with recent discoveries, and that brings us to the cutting-edge research of the last few years. Between 2018 and 2025, archaeologists used high-resolution drone surveys and ground-penetrating radar to get an unprecedented look at the Nazca landscape. This technology has been a game-changer. Scientists have uncovered hundreds of previously unknown, smaller figures, many of which were created by earlier cultures like the Paracas people. This new data confirms that many of the long, straight lines don't just point to the horizon. They intersect at ceremonial mounds and, crucially, connect to ancient water sources. Analysis of artifacts found near the lines also suggests they weren't created all at once. Instead, different communities built and maintained them over many centuries. This paints a picture of a constantly evolving, living ritual landscape, used by generations of people for a variety of purposes. So, what is the definitive purpose of the Nazca Lines? The truth is, there probably isn't one single answer. The latest evidence suggests a complex, multi-layered purpose that likely combined elements of astronomy, religious ceremony, and a deep connection to water. It wasn't just a calendar, or a temple, or a water map. It was likely all of these things and more, a testament to the sophisticated worldview of the ancient Nazca people. The Nazca Lines continue to challenge our understanding of ancient cultures and their incredible achievements. They are a powerful reminder that there are still so many secrets buried in our planet's past, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on Enigma Chronicles. If you love exploring ancient archaeological mysteries, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.